Hello, everyone. The wait is over. Eternia is here. And, I've seen a lot of people. How many unboxings have you seen on this thing? Probably 1,000, right? I've seen a lot of, obviously, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I've seen a lot of unboxing and I've seen a lot of lives where, it takes forever and everybody's kind of whatever. So, what I decided to do, I got, what was it, Amazon, but it came from China because it took a long time. I got one of those little neck phone holders on Amazon for, I think it was like 30, maybe 30 bucks, 20 bucks. And it's got a really strong magnet on it. And I just hooked my phone onto the magnet and I let you play along with sticker time. Granted, at the beginning we had a live on Instagram, so some of this was already done. But afterwards, I decided to kind of go through my worst nightmare, putting stickers on a playset. Oh, I'm telling you, it is not fun at all. Nah, I'm lying. It was pretty fun, but it's nerve-wracking because if you notice when I put my hands up and I there's a couple of them that I really botched. But luckily, they're ones that are kind of hidden and whatever. So, this is me putting stickers on Eternia. They had, I believe it was 72 stickers that were to put on. Granted, everything is the instructions are put out very well. There's nothing as far as like, oh no, everything is pretty much self-explanatory. If you look when I start putting stuff together, it's hilarious. Like, I did not edit anything as far as taking any of this out. I want everyone to see, like, hey, there's errors that happen. I mean, there's stuff that you're not going to get it right on the first time. Some people do, but me, I tend to kind of start to see if I could do it myself, and then I'll go back and look at the instructions afterwards to make sure. But there was a couple times, and you'll notice I put a little emoji on it or a little sticker on it showing, geez, what a moron. But it was fun. Overall, it was a fun assembly. Those stickers in that carrier there were terrible because they wanted you to put stuff on the inside. And my fingers, like I'm a big dude. Like I have big hands and it's not very easy to do stuff like this. So there were some times where I decided to even grab my X-Acto knife and I kind of like put it on the edge there and put it on because it's not easy. People with little hands for this are, good. But people like, I'm kind of bulky. So this was probably the hardest one to work. That definitely was not the easiest to put on there. And I think I was off just a little bit. But yeah, they have you open up the back and put the stickers on. And, but I have to say, like, this playset, I'm looking at it right now, is massive. It is just, I don't know, like, what they say, it is the biggest Motu playset ever. And I know, just talking to Alan or just talking to people that are in toys, that Eternia Dreams, or just the ones that deal with toys, or anybody that actually has had the set, the parts were fragile. And granted, it's 40 years old. It's old, maybe 35 years old, however long it came out, because I know this came out in the tail end. But this set on the Origin side is just so much more sturdy, stable. The plastic is nice and heavy duty. So I think, this one's gonna be, there's the one. Oh god, who does that? Stupid. Really mess that one up. But this playset is going to last. It's one of those where, a lot of people have said, like, with resale and stuff, they're like, don't worry, because by the time these are vintage, no one cares. Everything is so digital now. And like, when we were kids, or when I was a kid, I can't say we, because if you're watching and you're younger, then it's not you. When I was a kid, this stuff was, I mean, if you keep it and you hold on to it now, that was like the ultimate window of value for toys. Like, there are some old ones. Like I used to watch American Pickers, and they used to go in there and grab those 1911 or 1800 or early 1900 toys, and value was great. Yeah. But these toys that were early 80s, mid 80s, the value, the time frame, everything was just kind of that perfect storm to where that's why everything is so expensive for the vintage, is because it's just the right amount of time as far as making it vintage. But the second part is, just like anything else, those of us that collected it as a child are now full grown and we have our own money. So of course, now we're going to want to go and buy the stuff that we used to have, and Mattel knows it, and that's why Eternia came out, because they knew it was prime picking for us 40 somethings that grew up with Masters of the Universe. And yeah, so, but I'm extremely happy that they did, because now I have an Eternia, which there's no way. Not only A, would I would never have any room for it, but B, I think by the time Eternia, like, I never saw it around here. I mean, I think we saw it in magazines and stuff like that, but they ship most of the stuff overseas. But I think by the time this came out, I was already like full blown into the Nintendo stuff. So like I kind of did that to where that was the beginning of that digital, like, oh my gosh, there's video games that you can play at home that aren't arcades. And like, before I got an NES, I remember my mom used to go up, because we lived in a small town south of the city, and it was about 40 minutes away, but we'd come up to the city and where I live now, and my mom, we would go to the mall, and mom would go over to JCPenney and she'd be shopping, and there was a spot right over by where the barber area is, and they had like a little TV. It was a kids area. They had of course, like a 19-inch tube TV. And they had Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt hooked up to it. And I just remember spending so much time just sitting on the ground, sitting on the floor, playing that thing. And of course, for some reason, it wasn't that busy over in that spot. I think a lot of the kids had their own, but I didn't have mine yet. So, of course, by the time mom was done shopping, and I was like, wait, can we stay a little bit longer? And that's something you never really hear from a kid, wanting to stay at the store. But anyway, so yeah, that was probably when I was doing more video game stuff. So I probably wouldn't have got it even if it was around. But it is awesome. Like, and of course, I'm looking at which way to go. Like, is it right? Is it up and down? And the nice thing is, when you start putting those things in, if you put them in upside down, it won't snap in. So good job. But yeah, after you get the stickers on, the construction part of it isn't that bad. Obviously I'm speeding this up, but I had a good time. I mean, there were breaks that I had to take because the old man back kicked in, but overall it was a fun build. At the beginning I hung out with some friends, and we kind of did a live where we opened up some stuff, but then afterwards I just did that where I hooked that thing around the neck and just said, well, let's see what it looks like. And instead of just saying here it's open and here it's done, I was like, let's just go through it, even though it's going a little faster. It's kind of cool just to see the process and what goes through my brain probably half the time where I'm walking through it and something else comes up, squirrel, like everything else. But I got my room cleaned up for it too, which was nice. And this table is a really heavy duty table. It was from an auction. They had my pops is always into auction stuff, and my folks are both into that, and they found that there was an big office building that was getting rid of all their stuff. So there was all these really heavy duty tables, and the cool part is they had wheels on them. So as far as the way Eternia is front to back, it's up close against the wall, but if I want to, I could just pull it forward and I can turn it, and I can actually just have it the other way. Oh, look. Oh, another mistake. Oh, stupid. Don't go all the way around in a circle. Jeez. But yeah, so it's cool because now I'll be able to display it both ways. I mean, I can just turn that sucker around if I want to have the back end of it as far as the display piece, but probably won't, because that front end, it's such an iconic look with the cat in the front like that. It's just awesome. But yeah, I got the track done, and once I get the track done, I end up running that running the I don't even know what they call it. What is it? The little module thing or whatever. So I got my battery. It's just a AA or a couple AA's in there. And then I haven't set up any figures in it or anything, but I clean up around and I kind of take it on a trip and then make sure the track was on sturdy. It's got some pretty good, I know it's sped up, but it's pretty good speed for it. I think I did run it in real time at the end, so you guys could take a look. Got the chains all correct. There was some shorter than the other, so obviously just make sure the shorter ones go to the closer track and then the longer ones go below. So, but there are a lot of moving parts. I haven't even tried the other two tram pieces. I got the weapons put on correctly afterwards, but that's it. So I'll let you guys kind of check it out. I am done yapping. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, it's a really fast version of getting stickers on there and getting it put together, but it was fun. And now I have this amazing playset sitting in my collection room and I could not be happier. So that being said, I hope you guys are all doing good. Oh wait, look, before I go, look who it is. There's Modi. Modi is protecting the castle. The center tower is protected by Modi. But anyway, yes, there he is. So I hope you enjoyed. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next Kenzo's workbench, where it'll probably be something I made instead of something I bought. So hope you guys are doing good, and we'll see you on the next one.